Hey, happy Friday, you guys. Okay, I'm back in my kitchen, and because it's thunder and lightning and raining outside, can I just tell you, when it rains in Tennessee, it rains in Tennessee. It's a little bit crazy. Although it was still 81 degrees Fahrenheit at 7 o'clock this morning. So, you know. Okay. Oh my goodness. First of all, it's Friday. Yay! And it's Father's Day on Sunday. And, I'm so excited to talk about my dad for a little bit. I love my dad. Oh, he's just such a good man. So my dad's name is Norm McLaren. And my dad is just one of the greatest guys. He is just fun and funny, and he loves Jesus with his whole entire heart. And you guys, he just has this awesome testimony. He came to know Jesus when he was 19 after being like this awful guy for many years, but I had a grandma that just prayed for her kids and that they would come to know Jesus and live for him. And my dad says that when God got a hold of his life, that he promised Jesus that he would run his heart for Jesus as he used to run for the devil, and my dad has done that. So my dad is a preacher man. He's a Pentecostal preacher. He was on 100 Huntley Street, Canadian TV show for about 12 years, up until 2009, I think. And so he just is the coolest guy. My dad can make up songs on the spot. They make no sense, but they rhyme, and they're hilarious. He has nicknames for all of us, and I don't know if I want to tell you mine. And all of us have nicknames, and all the grandkids have nicknames. He loves Jesus. He loves his family. He loves people. He loves telling people about Jesus, and he loves his Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And I think in that order. The Harley might come. No, I think in that order. I have been anywhere, and my father will tell people about Jesus. We have been in truck stops, and he'll just walk around, talk to anybody and everybody, and tell them about Jesus. Doesn't matter where we are. He just has always been like that. Like, these are people that God loves, and so I need to tell them about Jesus. That is my dad. If you ever have watched 100 Huntley Street and you know my dad, who he was on TV is exactly who he was at home. And I cannot tell you how much I admire that. Norm is Norm. Like, he just is this. He wouldn't even know how to be different or to act one way over the other. He just is who he is. It is so genuine. It just flows from him. And he has just taught my sisters and I a whole lot. And the number one thing that he has always said to the girls, us girls, is to know how to pray and surround yourself with people that know how to pray. My father has also said, well, this is where the rubber meets the road. Either you trust him or you don't. And he also used to do this thing where he'd like show his muscles and go, well, girls, climb right up here and tell me when you're on. And he also would say, don't keep the faith, share it. You can ask anyone who knows my dad. They have heard that line. Don't keep the faith, share it. That's a good Storm and Norman quote right there. So I got to show you a picture of my dad. And I'm learning so much about technology, you guys. So it's right here on my phone because I have boxes in an attic that has pictures, like real life pictures, but no, we're going to do this. So this is a little collage of my dad. Can you guys even see that? Not really, eh? Oh, look. Okay, look at. Oh, I have okay, so there's my sisters and I on the bottom. And then there's my dad with the guitar, because that's one of the things he loves. And then, reading the Bible, because yes. And then just dad. And then, I can't even do it right. My mom and dad on the Harley. And then, I show you this one. Come on. This one down here. Oh, can we see it? Oh, we can't. It is a picture of my dad. Here, I'm going to do this for you guys. Standing in his favorite spot. Oh, there we go. Prince Edward Island. My dad was born and raised in PEI, and he has always said that heaven is going to be shaped after Prince Edward Island, and the heavenly food is going to be lobster. You guys, my dad is just so awesome. I love this picture that my sister took of us. I can't do this very well. Because, can I just tell you, He has a mouth full of, like, I think a fudgesicle or something right there. And he was totally caught red-handed because I don't think he was allowed to have one. And so we caught him right there. I love it so much. And then, look at this. I'm just showing pictures because I'm allowed to gush. There's my daddy-o. Yeah, when my sisters were born. My sisters are twins, man. Golly, it's so good. And then this, because you always have to have, oh, I'm not doing the pictures very well, a picture of, oh, there, of your helmet, right? So if ever, if ever I was having a bad day, I would call up my dad and go, hey, so how about a Harley ride? Come on over, kid. And we go for a ride on his Harley. My father has, more than anything, just taught myself, and my sisters would say the same, just about Jesus and his love for us. My dad loves his girls. So there's me, and then I have two sisters. We're 20 months apart. So I'm here, and then my sisters are twins, 20 months apart. And my dad loves us so much. We have never questioned it. He has told us every day, probably a million times a day, I love you, you're beautiful, I love you. I've heard it my whole life. He just loves his girls. And that is just so beautiful because that's just how Jesus looks at us, right? Like, you're my beloved, you're my precious daughter, you're my kid, and I just love you. I love you. I love you because you're breathing. Not for any other reason. I just love you because you're mine. And I just love you. And that is what my dad has shown. And that just shows the love of Jesus. That man has lived it out. He has just lived by faith. I have watched my mom and dad pray in so many things and always trust God. We have been through very hard circumstances. We have been through situations that no one would wish for. There have been things in life that have hurt my mom and dad, and that I have just watched them go through some hard stuff, but not ever one time did they ever blame God, or did they ever lose their faith in Him. They're just like, well, things happen in life, but God is who He says He is, and we trust Him. And God has been so faithful. I have watched it over and over and over again in my life. There's no way I could ever doubt that there is a God simply by watching Norm and Ruth McLaren. They have lived Jesus in every way possible. And so I'm just so grateful for that. And just about these verses too that the girls are talking about, I see here love today. And I just want to read this one. Whatever is good and perfect is a gift coming down to us from God our Father, who created all the lights in the heavens. He never changes or casts a shifting shadow. He chose to give birth to us by giving us His true word. And we, out of all creation, became His prized possession. And then the other verse too, the Lord is compassionate and merciful, slow to get angry, and filled with unfailing love. And that just is who He is. We are His prized possession, His precious kid, just like He's just so proud of us, and He loves us. And I know everyone's dad's story is a little bit different, and I just happen to have really amazing parents, and I know, and I don't take it for granted, and I'm so grateful. And just for the legacy that I have, and for the way that they have lived Jesus out. And I know that's not everyone's story, but the story about who Jesus is as our Father is true, and that is everyone's story. He is our Father, and He does love us all the same. He does look at you and go, if I had a refrigerator, your picture would be on it. You're mine, and I love you. So I just hope that you just feel that. Like, that's my daddy God, and I am so loved, and I am this pearl of great price. Oh, you're so beautiful. You are so beautiful, and you are so loved because you have this wonderful Father that just loves you and rocked you and holds you and just wants to be in every selfie with you. You just have Jesus. And so I just hope that your heart is encouraged. And to my dad, Happy Father's Day from your favorite. Okay, well, the loudest one anyway. So anyway, I hope that you all have a really great weekend, and happy Father's Day to all the dads, and to all of our hearts. May we just all just know how loved we are by the greatest, most amazing Father, and that is Jesus. Bye, y'all.